3 years on cruise ships. There are a few things I wish I knew from the very beginning. Things that could have saved us real money, real time, and some pretty dumb mistakes that I cringe thinking about now. Today, I'm going through all 5 of them. Hi everyone, my name is Tori from KirkToriStory, and if you're new here, back in late 2022, Kirk and I made the craziest decision of our lives. We sold our home in Canada, packed up everything we owned, and just set sail to live on cruise ships. We kind of started this life by accident. We were actually on a cruise when our house sold, so Kirk and I looked at each other and thought, well, I guess we just live here now. We love this life, but 3 years in, I can look back clearly at the things we got wrong, and I want to share them with you because if you're thinking about this lifestyle or you're in the early days right now, you deserve the real version, not the highlight reel. So please stay with me because our last regret, well, it's one that I still cringe thinking about. And if you're new here, we talk about the real side of cruise life. We talk about different cruise lines, budgeting for cruises, all of that. So please subscribe if you haven't already done so that you don't miss out on our videos. Regret number 1. We didn't track our spending carefully in year number 1. I know we talk about budget constantly now. We do cost breakdowns. We compare cruise prices to land living. But when we actually stepped onto that first ship, we were just living. We weren't writing anything down. And here's why that matters. When people ask me, and they ask me all the time, what does it actually cost per month? Well, I have to pull from year 2 and year 3 data. I don't have clean numbers from the beginning, and those early numbers would have been really useful. That comparison would have been so useful and powerful, and I totally regret not having them. So if you're thinking about doing something like this, living on a cruise ship, start a spreadsheet today before you ever step onto a ship. Just track everything, your cruise fare, your port spending, your drinks, your shore excursions, your flights between ships, all of it. You'll thank yourself later. Here's the practical tip I want you to take from this. Document from day 1, not day 90. Regret number 2, and this one changed things for us. I just wish I had done it sooner. Last year, I became a travel agent. Yes, I do know what you're thinking, and I want to be clear. This was not about starting a new career. We were already doing all of the work of a travel agent. Every single booking, every sailing comparison, every cabin category, every pricing window, every promo code, researching it for ourselves every single time for years. And then someone said to me, you could just get paid for that, right? Well, when you're your own travel agent, you earn commission on your own bookings. You get access to group rates that the public doesn't always see. We were handling everything anyway. We just weren't capturing any of the benefit. So here's a practical tip. If you're already deep in the research phase, already spending hours comparing sailings and cabin categories and pricing windows, look into whether becoming a travel agent makes sense for your situation. For us, it has become a game changer. And this brings me to regret number 3, which is related but bigger. Just keep watching because regret number 3 is the one I think most people planning this lifestyle don't see coming. And it's costing full-time cruisers real money every single year. Regret number 3, we did not sit down before we started and figure out which cruise lines had the best loyalty programs. And that non-decision has cost us. Here's what I mean. When you live on cruise ships full time, you sail constantly. and every sailing earns you toward a cruise line's loyalty tier. And when you hit the top tiers on certain lines, well, some of them give you a free cruise or free nights on their cruise ship. Real meaningful perks, not a lapel pin and a welcome cocktail. I mean, perks that actually change the math on your lifestyle. Kirk and I are now spread across 12 cruise lines, very soon to be 13. 12 different loyalty systems were split across all of the levels. We only have hit the top tier on one of the cruise lines, and let me tell you, it isn't the cruise line that's giving us free cruise. We pretty much made a huge mistake here. We divided our sailing time too many ways, too early, without ever stopping to think about what we were doing. If I were starting over, I would pick 2 or 3 cruise lines with the best loyalty structures, specifically for full-time cruisers. And then I would go deep on those lines first. Build your status, earn the perks, and then explore others once you have something real to show for it. Anyway, that one bugs me, but just wait until you hear regret number 4. This one has nothing to do with money, and it's something that sneaks up on you in a way that nobody warns you about. Regret number 4, and I know this one sounds obvious in hindsight, but I promise you, you do not fully understand it until you're living it. You are living in a very, very small bedroom. Not a small hotel room for a few nights, your entire private space, permanently. And here's what that actually looks like in practice. If I want a cup of coffee in the morning, I have to put on real clothes, leave the cabin, and go upstairs. Because the second that cabin door opens, I'm in public spaces. Hallways full of guests, elevators, decks. There's no shuffling to the kitchen in pajamas. There's no quiet corner of the house that's just yours. There is no private territory beyond that one room. The moment the cabin door opens, you're on. You're in the world. And we generally do love this life. I want to be clear about that. But I want to tell you that there are moments where you just want a room that isn't your bedroom, a space that feels like yours and isn't also your closet and your office and your everything all at once. We adjusted and we found rhythms that give us breathing room, but I wish someone had said to me before we started, this is the adjustment that sneaks up on you, not the big dramatic stuff, the small daily reality of having no private territory beyond one room. And don't let it scare you off. Just go in with your eyes open. And now, regret number 5. And this is the big eye opener. I still cringe thinking about it. And if you love to travel, I think this is a big one, and maybe it will be an eye-opener for you too. When we first started traveling, before any of this, before the channel, we took still pictures. That was it. Just photos. Beautiful photos, actually. Places we visited, views from the ship, the food we ate, the ports we were in. But those pictures are almost useless for what we do now. We literally started this entire life aboard a ship. We were on a cruise when our house sold. We made this enormous, life-changing decision right there in the middle of an ocean, and none of it is on video. That beginning, that confusing version, the what are we even doing version, the version where nothing was settled and we were figuring it out in real time, that would have been incredible content. And it's just gone. So here's what I want you to take from this. If you're at the start of something, a big trip, a life change, an adventure you're not even sure is going to work out, point a camera at it. Not just your phone camera for photos, video, the uncertain days, the unpolished days, the days where nothing is figured out yet. Those are the actual most valuable days to have on record. You will not regret capturing them. This channel has become something Kirk and I genuinely care about, and I wish we had so much more of the beginning on film. And if you're sticking around, thank you. If you want more of the real version of this life, the costs, the logistics, the things that nobody tells you, please hit subscribe and come back. Okay, let's do a fast recap of everything I just told you in 60 seconds. Regret number 1, we didn't track our spending from day 1. Start a spreadsheet before you start the lifestyle. Regret number 2, I became my own travel agent 2 years too late. And if you're already doing the research, look into capturing the benefits too. Regret number 3, we didn't research cruise line loyalty programs before we started. Concentrate your sailings early. The perks at the top tiers are real, and we left a lot of them on the table. Regret number 4, the cabin is tiny and there is no privacy. The second that door opens, you're in the public. Go with your eyes open. And regret number 5, we didn't document the beginning. Shoot video, not just photos. The pictures remind you what things look like. The video reminds you what it felt like. That's the real version. Now, I want to hear from you. And if you're thinking about a big lifestyle change, cruise living or anything else, what is the one thing that you are most afraid of getting wrong? Please drop it in the comments right now, because that might be the next video. And if you're already living this life, what do you regret? Or what do you wish someone had told you earlier? My name is Tori from KirkToriStory. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.